1051.
Power 1051 is the Breakfast Club. We have a special guest from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Mrs. K. Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello, how are you?
I didn't know you were so cute in person, boo.
Thank you.
Now,
I mean, not that you look terrible on TV. I'm just saying.
now what does the K stand for?
Kimberly.
Kimberly. Do you have underwear on? Because you walk out, your ass was all out. I was like, shit, I got
Abby,
underwear
why
on.
are you looking?
I wasn't looking. I was behind her.
How did I miss that?
Because you was on the phone.
Let me pull this down. I got on.
You can't listen. You can't have no underwear on and jeans in the summer now. That's how you get yeast infection, boo.
But K. Michelle, one of the very, very talented people on Love and Hip Hop. Were you nervous to do the show? Because I know a lot of times people feel like they do reality TV and I am really talented, but is it going to mess up my brand?
Girl, I didn't have no brand. I was singing.
That's real. Now, see, I like that.
Like for 3 years, trying to sing my heart out, and nobody cared to listen. It didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? I was on a major label. It didn't matter. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? It's my story. You know, I want my voice heard, so I really didn't have anything to lose.
Now, how did that feel when you know that you're talented and you know that you can probably out-sing half of these chicks that's popping, and you're sitting back watching them like, Dad, what am I doing wrong?
It used to get to me a lot. You know, it really did. I can honestly say that. But it just gets to a point where you're like, you're supposed to be what God has you. So, you know, it's something I'm doing. I need to look at myself, or maybe it's just not time.
So you were signed to Jive Records.
Yes.
Memphitz stole your budget.
Yes.
Allegedly.
And he was knocking you off. He was having sex,
And
right? You was a
knocking
couple
you
or
off.
something, right?
We were a couple.
Were you guys secretly a couple all that time? Because I remember you used to always say you didn't have a boyfriend.
I didn't get on, you know, anywhere and speak on it or whatever, but I was here staying in New York with him, and I never got, you know, I didn't want to speak on it.
Because that's like a conflict maybe, because he's at the
It's a
label.
conflict.
You're
It's a
signed to the
conflict.
label.
He was the head of
they
A&R
didn't
at
like
the
it.
time, right?
He was the head. He had his own label.
And now Toya don't like you.
Yeah, she doesn't.
At all, because she tweeted out I guess they were on their honeymoon, and he said he made you.
Yeah.
He said he bought everything and he made you like Pinocchio or whatever.
Yeah.
And Toya called you a hater.
Yeah.
And I saw that you did respond though at a luncheon the other day, the press conference that you guys had for Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. My mouth is slick. You know what I'm saying?
You from Memphis?
Yeah, I'm from Memphis.
You she reminds me of an early Keisha Cole. Just says anything, just street, hood, and whatever.
God, I love Keisha.
Yeah,
Right.
y'all be
I'll take
perfect
it.
friends.
I take it. I love her. Yeah, I just felt like, you know, I never came for her as a woman. It was about me and him. And it's okay to be ride or die for your man, but you got to know what you riding for.
Right.
You wasn't around me. So you was still hopping on your other boy. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne.
Yeah, you was still about that life then. So if I'm saying in every interview, like, you know what, I'm proud of her, that's another woman doing a thing, it's good, but I'm going to tell my story, what happened to me, and then you consistently take shots at me and I consistently turn the other cheek. Oh, I don't do that.
He's probably telling her though, you know, she lying, she want to mess
But
up
that's
our
drunk.
relationship.
That's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Drunk?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's
you know
funny.
What I'm saying? I'm not tripping off that. Men will tell you stuff. But don't come for me. Just say, I believe my husband.
Right.
Don't come for me, because that's not what you want to do.
Now, you've had some not so great experiences in the music industry so far as the business side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were signed to Atlantic at one time.
No, I was
Almost?
just trying to jive.
Oh.
Right, so you were R. Kelly's protege.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
At what age were you R. Kelly's protege?
See me look over there.
At what age were you his protege?
Like recently. We
Oh,
still
okay.
real cool.
When you was grown.
I was grown.
All right. He didn't want no parts of
But
it.
then I remember you had those issues with Mace, right?
Yeah, that was really the first person who ever, I had my music on MySpace, and he said, God said move you.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
God said move you.
His God always telling him to move, do something.
And that really wasn't what God said to do. So,
God said move you where?
to Atlanta.
Okay, so you moved to
Because
Atlanta?
I was in Memphis. I
He
had
came
a
and picked you up.
job, and I moved to Atlanta in a day. You know, I thought I was on my way.
Michelle, do you have a daddy in your life?
I had daddy, granddaddy.
You just seem like you just fall for it.
She was how she said, she talked about drunk, she was industry drunk.
I was like,
everything
oh
drunk.
my God, this
Yeah,
is my
she was
chance
industry
to make
drunk.
God
I'm
said
in
move to
Memphis,
Atlanta, you moved to
Tennessee, in
Atlanta.
the cubicle. I'm like, yo, I'm out of here. This is Mace. So I thought it was woo.
Was it Mace when he was with Bad Boy or Mace when he was with
Pastor.
Reverend?
This is Pastor Mace.
Man.
But
Where were your friends, K. Michelle? She said you didn't tell nobody?
Yeah, like, so I just up and left, and Yeah, my lawyer came with me, blah, blah, blah. Make a long story short, that didn't work.
Did you start going to his church at least?
I went to his church like twice.
Okay.
But he did pick you up from the airport and put the moves on you.
Yeah, he picked me up. He, Jesus said, and then,
Oh, so hold on. So let's be clear. Mace was social sexual network. He was just trying to hit on you.
Era.
Got you. Okay.
It was the MySpace
Jesus
era.
said, touch this.
Damn, Mace.
So was it like a situation where you got mad and just jumped out the car and was like, now what am I going to do?
No, I
Or-
was like, what the heck? I didn't quit my job. I don't know
For
what
this?
the hell going on. And
Did you let him
I
smell
was
it?
friends with. No, I didn't let him do anything.
Okay.
I really did. I was friends with Antonio Tarver,
The
and
boxer.
yeah, me and him were talking or whatever, and he was like, "What? You what?" So he flew down there. and was like, "Yo, dude, like she can sing. We ain't playing these games. You
Right.
know what?" He was like, "You know what? Just forget it. I'm just gonna fund the career."
Who said that, Mace?
No, Tarver.
Tarver, okay.
I
didn't
just
know
gonna
that.
fund a career to make the music, and that's what he did.
Oh, wow.
So what led to that? What happened after that? After he funded
I
the
ended up taking label meetings, and everybody like wanted a pop artist. You remember, it was all about being this new black pop artist, and
Right.
I'm soul. So every label told me no. And then I went back. I kept on recording. Went back. A year later, nobody remembered telling me no. Everybody told me yes, and nobody
That's good, though.
remembered
And you wanted to go
anything.
with Jive.
Oh, I put that in the Bible. I wrote it down. I said, God, I want to be on Jive Records.
Why Jive?
Because I loved Usher. I loved
At
R.
the time,
Kelly.
Jive was horrible when you signed over there. It was bad. It was going down.
It was getting bad.
It was going
but
down.
they was kind of winning. You know, they had
Britney Spears
everybody.
was over there. Yeah.
Outcast, you know, for me not knowing the business or nothing, they was popping. And that's
Right.
where I wanted to go.
So how did Memphitz do you so dirty as far as your contract? Was it because y'all was a couple, so you just let him handle everything?
No, he does bad business with everybody. So I just really, I thought that was like my shining, knight in shining armor. We from Memphis. We both from Memphis. You gave me my dream. You got big arms. You know what I'm saying?
I'm letting you hit
it. I'm like, yeah, this is it. I'm on my way. That's my time in Mottola. It's time to go.
Right.
So
Didn't work out for Tommy Mottola either.
yeah, but
Nah,
at least Mariah got a Grammy first.
Right, that's
before
true.
it,
Yeah, before it
fell
went
apart.
down.
Where did it go wrong?
It just went wrong. It got so intense. Honestly, I never was saying that he was a bad person. I knew he had temper issues, but at the same time, I also knew his background. And his background, the Ku Klux Klan killed his daddy. He had a lot of people would call up to he don't know what his daddy body is. And people would call up to the label like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know your daddy body is. Give me some money.
What?
So
What happened? You came in the office with a white champion hoodie cone head on and you just flipped out?
No. We was having a normal argument, and it would get more and more intense. You know what I'm saying?
You said somebody's daddy. You
No,
said something
I
like
wouldn't do
Definitely.
that.
That's why you can't find your
That's why you can't find your daddy.
I pop off. I tell you the truth. Like, I will say something to you that I might not supposed to say, but I didn't do that. That's
right.
not
What did
what
you
it
say
was.
that caused him to hit you?
You know what? I think we was fighting about a performance. I said the sound was bad, and I was like, you can't tell me to get up there if the sound is bad, and the boss, I'm already big mouthed and it just got, okay, I'm tired of this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Just like Rasheeda and her husband.
Yeah, like, you got to be real about it. I wasn't sitting there innocent. I never said that, but I didn't hit you first.
Right.
I did not. I didn't do anything.
Was
You
it a
blacked
yoke or
out.
was it a two-piece? Because there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, if you grab a girl to restrain her,
No,
like, chill.
it wasn't that. I was smothered with a towel. You smothered me. You hit me in my head.
Oh, damn.
With a bottle. I was bruised
With a
up.
bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, he got a
But it was
bottle.
a water bottle.
Oh, all right, okay. No, I thought you meant like a Moet
but
bottle or something.
it wasn't nothing small. I was bruised up. I was bleeding. I think what shocked me the most was the smothering. I was crawling to get out of the door.
My goodness.
And he did it again. Once I got away, he yanked me. I had carpet burns. So I was looking him in his face, and it did not look like him. I was like, it's me. I know I was screaming, it's me. So
Was that the end right there, or did you go back?
it was
to
kind of the end.
She went back.
No,
You didn't go back? You left right from there?
You're gonna be shocked. We were talking. All this was after that. I left. Like the label, thank God for like Johnny Wright. Johnny Wright, who manages all of them. I've been very cool with him and his wife. They flew me out to the Jonas Brothers concert. I don't know why, but just to get me away. I was kind of, talking to the label. Let's let her get away and let's kind of calm this situation. So, he texts back and forth. I miss you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake. So I really couldn't forgive it, because then he started, you made me. When you started saying you made me, then I started getting mad, because I did not press charges, because I loved you. I didn't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to lose your job. I still love you.
Right.
You
but
know
I
what
just
I'm
don't want to
saying?
be with you.
I don't want to be with you. Then when it got bad, when R. Kelly came in, it was like, oh God, it was like, you're not gonna take my artist, and then, oh, you on this road with R. Kelly, because I wasn't supposed to be on tour.
Right.
The R. Kelly heard what happened, because I had met him. They signed me as a female R. Kelly. So he heard what happened to me, and the night before his tour started, he called and said, you're going on tour with me.
Wow.
And I said, I don't have no background singers. He said, if you really can sing, all you need is a mic. That's it.
Nice.
And he was sure that you wasn't 16. He knew you was grown.
I think me and R. Kelly, our friendship, like, we really kind of act alike. Like, we get in the studio, I don't get to see
You pee
that
on little boys
side.
too? You pee on little-
No,
Oh my goodness.
no.
Oh my
I know
goodness.
he gonna act good. You know what?
Oh my goodness.
No, but that's just really it in a nutshell. And then it got really crazy. That's when the anger and the business, you're not gonna let R. Kelly come and take the label acts, just let her go to him. You know what I'm saying? He said, hell no. I said, you gonna let me go to R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? And leave me alone. And then it just got to be ugly, to, you made me do it, to then when I'm doing interviews and PR, I start saying, I'm telling my story, because you still sending me text messages. You still threatening me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You even threatened to kill my son. You still doing... Oh yeah, he said if I kept telling, he said he was crazy. He would spaz out.
How old is your son?
So 8. He's 8 now. I was able, at the end of the day, I kept every text message. So when it was time for me to go, I didn't get dropped. RCA, when they merged, when Jive merged or whatever, I ended up going to RCA. They still believed in me. They just couldn't get a record. They didn't know how to handle it. They let him go. They kept me. And I said, you know what? It's too much baggage in this building.
Right.
I got to start over.
Everybody knows
And they was
you.
like, nah, And then I had the publishing deal. I got out of everything. I own my publishing. I got out of everything for them text messages. And my lawyer, Matt Middleton.
Hey, shout out, that was my first lawyer, Matt Middleton. What up, Matt?
Yeah. So he
That's
followed
crazy.
me out.
Shout out to Matt. So
That
now,
is a crazy story.
so now Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they reach out to you for the show. Now you're on the show, and now you and Carly Red. What's her name? Carly Red?
Carly.
Carly Red. You and
Fossil
Carly.
Red. Mhm.
What'd you say?
Fossil Red.
Okay, she looks.
How old is she? Because there's a big debate about this.
Don't
I know
ask
y'all
her.
keep
She
saying
gonna
she's
say
old.
70.
You
I
know,
was gonna say 80. No, I don't. Carly is older, and it's not the fact that she's older. You know, a lot of older women look good. You know what I'm saying? That's not it. It's the fact that
half her ass is deflated.
Yeah, one cheek is
What happened to her
lopsided.
ass, man?
They didn't pump it up. The other side high enough. I don't know, but either way, with Carly, it's okay if you're lying about your age and you're not claiming your child. That's where the problem starts. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do, but don't bring it to me. Don't bring your mess around me. So if I'm cool with everybody on the cast, I'm just singing. You know what I'm saying? Then every time it's always something with you. You are always so concerned about me.